every single one of y'all that clicked on this video wants to be on a diet, but not really on a diet, but on a diet, but kind of sort of on a diet, but not really on a diet. I got you. Today we're going to be talking about the story time of me finding out about the Dorito diet. I got my Doritos here. Of course, they're the flaming hot ones, okay? I can't just have like some regular Doritos. And yes, this is a real thing. I'm going to tell you guys my experience with the Dorito diet, what it is, and how I learned about it. So if you guys want to hear about it, definitely stay tuned. Also, can you guys let me know, do you guys want me to bring back Glamazon shots? Sometimes I feel like people got a little bit impatient in the beginning of my videos with Glamazon shots, but I love giving you guys a shout out. So let me know down below in the comments, do you guys want Glamazon shots? Or I can just do a Glamazon giveaway every single month. Let me know what you guys are thinking. But anyways, grab your wine, grab your snacks, and let's get into this story time. Now, of course, like every good story, we got to start off at the beginning, girlfriend. And this story takes place at my shitty school, which is where some of the funniest shit happened as a teenager. Being in high school, you don't realize how active you really are. Even if you don't see yourself as an active person, you are really an active person. Like running back and forth to your lockers, running, you know, between classes, just like everywhere. You're just going fast paced. You only have a few minutes for passing periods. Like you're actually a lot more active than you realize. And you don't realize it until you become an adult and you're like, how the fuck did I do that? During this time in your life, especially as girls, we go through puberty and sometimes weight sits on us very weird. I remember just feeling very chubby and like just built weird. I felt like I just didn't have like a pretty body. I had self-esteem issues when it came to my body and my shape and all of those things. Literally all my friends felt the same. And I had some beautiful friends with like athletic bodies and like just amazing builds, but they still felt like they needed to, you know, tone up here. But the biggest thing even back then was having some bigger booties and some bigger thighs. Like that was just the thing. It always has been like that's scrumdiddlyumptious. Like we want to be curvy, we want to be full, we want to be thick. My home skillet biscuit Alicia is in this story and she was my best friend at the time. She was in volleyball. I didn't get to play that year because of my surgery on my arm. And so I definitely was cut from the volleyball team and I couldn't play and I was so upset, right? I had a lot of my friends on the team. So I used to stay after school and like just hang out at their practices. And I would just be sitting there chilling until Alicia got off and then we'd head home together because we lived in the same apartment complex. I don't remember when this happened. I remember going to Alicia's house one day and she was like, she had a bag of Doritos and she was eating them while we were watching a movie. And it really, like, obviously that's not like weird. Then the next day came around, she had a bag of Doritos for breakfast, which again, I mean, it's not really weird for teenagers to eat like that, like whatever. I used to eat hot Cheetos for breakfast, like the worst shit for breakfast. But I just remember all of a sudden I kept seeing Alicia with Doritos in her hand like every fucking day, all the time. And then she would have more Doritos for lunch and like she was just eating Doritos. This sounds so weird, but she was literally eating Doritos like around the clock. And I was like, the fuck, bitch? Like, do you all of a sudden have this craving for Doritos? Like, what the hell is going on? And legit, girl, like, I was like, are you pregnant? Like, what? Is this a craving? Like, what is this? She was like, you don't know about the Dorito diet? I'm sorry, what? There was a few of our other friends and literally all of the other girls stopped and they were like, the fuck are you saying? Like, what? A Dorito diet? She was like, yeah, like, y'all don't know about this? And we were like, no. So she starts giving us the tea about this Dorito diet that her and her girls on the volleyball team were participating in. And apparently, according to somebody somewhere somehow, the Dorito diet is when you eat a shit ton of Doritos every single day. Allegedly, it makes your butt bigger. It makes you have a booty and some thighs if you eat Doritos. Nothing else would work. Not no hot Cheetos, not no Funyuns, not no nothing. It had to be Doritos. What? Girl, I'm telling you, she was like, I didn't believe my friends, but seriously, like the minute I started eating Doritos, my ass started growing. And I was like, nah, girl, like, does that even make sense to you? Like, does that even compute to you? I was like, that's a lie. She was like, girl, I'm telling you. Y'all, I wasn't buying it. I was like, there ain't no way in the world. You just clogging up your heart. Like, you just eating bad. Like, of course you're gonna gain weight. And she was like, nah, but like, it just goes straight to our ass. Why are you lying? So we all start talking about it, right? Now, in my mind, this is just something that's going on within my friend group, you know, like just like 6 or 7 of us. It wasn't really a big thing at this point. We were just now hearing about this until fast forward to not even too long. It was probably maybe a week after that. All of a sudden, all you saw in the lunchroom was girls eating Doritos. Like literally everywhere in the lunchroom, that's all you saw. We had like 2 or 3 different vending machines in the school on opposite sides of the school. Like a few of them were near the gym and then another few of them were like near the other exit. And literally all of the Doritos were sold out and all of the vending machines always. First thing in the morning, girl, all the girls were heading to all the fucking vending machines, buying out all the Doritos. And I was like, y'all gotta be kidding me. This is all the rage right now. And everybody's talking about the Dorito diet. And I'm like, there ain't no motherfucking way. And Alicia was like, try it. Like, seriously, try it. You're gonna see da-da-da, right? All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I obviously can't get my hands on Doritos at my school because everybody's being stingy. I, of course, went home. And I talked to my mom and I just asked my mom for Doritos. And like, I was such a hot Cheetos person. I'm the same person now that I was then in that aspect. Like just hot Cheetos, anything hot. And I never was the kid to ask for Doritos. So I remember asking my mom, I was like, Mom, when you go to the store, can I get some Doritos? A bit like the big bag. I wanted the big bag because I'm not here to mess around. Like I'm really doing a whole experimentation here. So I need the big bag. At this time, we lived in an apartment. And me and Ariel, of course, we shared a room. So when I asked my mom for the Doritos, and I was like, but I need the big bag though. Okay, like she definitely peeped it. She didn't really question it, but she was like, that's fucking weird, but okay, like big bag of Doritos, whatever. So later that night, you know, we do whatever we need to do. I take a shower, I go back to the room. I'm sharing a room with Ariel at this point. She comes in and she sits down on her bed and she looks at me. She was like, so you heard about the Dorito diet? You know about the Dorito diet? And she was like, girl, it's all over my school too. She was like, can you please share your bag of chips with me so like I can see if it works? And I was like, I'm pretty sure that we need more than one big bag of chips for the both of us for us to see if it works. She was like, because my friends told me it happens like really fast. Like it's a fast way to get an ass. Let me tell you something. I didn't feel like Ariel needed it. She had a really cute body and like she had a cute little booty and things. I was like, I felt like, in my mind, I felt like she had a better body than I did. I was always very athletically built. I did have a small waist, but like, I didn't feel like I was curvy, you know? And I was like, you already curvy, like, why are you trying to do this? And she was like, because I want my ass bigger. And like, you know, like I want my thighs a little bit thicker and you know, whatever. With our teenage asses, instead of us being like, you know what, we gonna work out, we gonna lift weights, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. Not, we wanted to eat Doritos. We wanted to be on the Dorito diet. My mom goes to the store, she gets me the bag of Doritos and I split it with Ariel. So it's literally, it's not even that much. It's like if you split it was literally this type of bag and I split it with her. Hold on. So here we go. We hop on the Dorito diet train. So apparently you're supposed to eat it. I'm so sorry. I can't even say this with a straight face. The Dorito diet means that you're supposed to eat at least a small bag of Doritos, amount of Doritos every single meal. You're supposed to do that every day and it'll help you gain weight, but just in those areas. We really felt like this was like spot checking our booty and our thighs, and that for some reason, Doritos were specifically designed and formulated to go directly to your ass. That's exactly what we thought, okay? For breakfast, I had my Doritos. For lunch, I had my Doritos. And like for lunch, literally all of my girls were around me and we're all eating Doritos, okay? The regular Doritos, our fingers were all orange. And you know what? It's a good diet. It's a good diet. Like it tastes good and you're just like, yeah, it's like I'm working on my ass and my thighs, you know? It was so prominent that the boys started noticing that all of the girls were eating up all the Doritos, right? So we had friends of ours, like the dudes that were stopping us in the courtyard or in the lunchroom, and they were like, the fuck is going on? Like, why y'all all eating Doritos? And we were like, because, like, mind your business, because it's good. We didn't want to let them know that that's what we were doing it for. They noticed, they ended up finding out, so it became like a joke in the school, and the boys were like, oh my god, look, they're all trying to eat Doritos to have an ass, and like, blah, blah, blah. Now, according to my friends, it takes less than a week for you to start noticing the differences from the Dorito diet, okay? That you're gonna see more of an ass, more thighs, more everything else. So I did this for a full school week, Monday through Friday, girlfriend. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, Doritos, all the fucking time I was eating Doritos. And so was Ariel. And she was coming home, did you eat your Doritos? Yeah, girl, did you? Yeah, girl. So like, we're like on this diet and our parents don't even know. Like, they're just buying Doritos thinking that we need it for our sandwiches, but we were on a diet. So fast forward, and there was a volleyball game coming up, and my friend Alicia, obviously Alicia was playing, and you know, I used to always go to her games, especially the year that I missed out on playing. So do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, it's good. So I'll be there, and then we can ride home together with your dad. And she was like, all right, cool. So after school comes around and I head to the gym and I see all of her and her volleyball friends warming up. Everything seemed normal. And then the game began and it was literally our rival high school. And the girls there, like, I'm not even gonna lie, bitch, they were tall as shit, okay? Like, all of the girls on this team, like, okay, my girl Alicia, she was 5'9", so she was pretty tall for her age. But these girls, let me tell you something, they were like full on women's NBA status, okay? Like fucking 5'11" to like 6'2". I'm not even kidding. They were so tall. And I was like, what are y'all eating? Like, what the hell? Like, my 5'3" ass was like, what the fuck is this? So they walk into the gym, girl, and I'm like, oh shit. And literally Alicia looked at me like, bitch, what the fuck? And I was like, look, okay, you better use them calves and jump. Obviously, the girls knew that they were gonna have some competition because these other girls were really, really tall. I was really worried for my girls. I was worried for them because I was like, this team definitely looks like they can whoop some ass. The game goes on, and sure enough, when I tell you they got whooped, it wasn't even close. And I had never ever seen our team lose like that. Like, obviously we lost a few games here and there, but like that, we ain't never lost like that. And it just seemed like even the star players of the volleyball team, like, they were slower. They weren't jumping as high. Like, their stamina wasn't as great. They were having to take more breaks, take water breaks, all of those things. And I was noticing all that. And I wasn't just noticing it. Obviously, coach was noticing it too. And she was like, what is going on with you girls? So they have their break or whatever, and they come onto the side of the courts. And I hear coach like getting after them. And she was like, I don't know what's going on with y'all, but y'all better get it together. Like, have y'all been training? Have y'all been practicing? Like, have y'all been doing what you're supposed to do? Like, what is going on with y'all? And literally every single one of them was winded. They were not able to play as long. They were missing all of the marks. And like, she was like, what the fuck? Like, she was going mostly after a lot of her star players, and Alicia was one of them because of her height, and she was very, very athletic and very skilled. And she was like, somebody needs to, she knew that something was going on. And she was like, none of y'all ever play like this. What is going on? Like, somebody needs to spill it now. And she was so mad. She was like, what the fuck is going on? All of a sudden, one of the girls on the team, she was like, coach, we just started a new diet and I think we're just trying to get used to it or whatever. A diet? Like, you're talking to 16, 17-year-old girls. Like, what you mean a diet? What kind of diet are y'all doing? Oh my God. Like, she started getting really pissed. She was like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all eating? And she looked at all of them and I was like, ooh, fuck. And like, I'm literally right there courtside. So I was like hearing the whole thing and I was like, oh shit. And Alicia just looked at me and she was like, fuck, fuck, fuck. Our coach was really nice, but she had expectations out of all of them. And like, this was so not like her team, and she fucking knew that something was up. And she wasn't mean, but she was stern. So we all knew that she was gonna be pissed when she found out what the hell they were doing. Of course, we have one snitch, and it was this younger girl. She was like a sophomore, and like, this is a junior senior varsity team, so she was a little bit younger, very talented, but she was struggling that game as well. She fucking spilled the beans so fast. She was like, coach, we've been doing the Dorito diet. What'd you just say? What? And everybody's just looking at her like, shut the fuck up. Like, why are you telling her? Like, shut the fuck up. And like, everybody just stayed quiet. She was like, what is the Dorito diet? What are y'all doing? She was like, and hurry up because, you know, we got to get back on the court. All of the girls, they start like kind of talking over each other, and she was like, stop. So she picked out one of her players and she was like, you tell me exactly what's going on. That girl was like, look, coach, you know, like, we just been trying to gain some good weight and make sure that it goes to the right places. And we heard about this new Dorito diet and it really works. But like, you know, this is the first time we're doing it. So I think it's really affecting how we're playing. The fact that Dorito and diet are in the same sentence is ridiculous to me. I don't understand. Explain it to me. And so here we go. They start explaining to coach what the Dorito diet was and the purpose of it. And she was like sitting there and everybody's like talking and giving their 2 cents or whatever. And like literally you could tell that this was so stupid. Like she was like, are y'all for real? Y'all serious right now? Really? All of y'all? Really? So basic nutritional facts don't matter to you. All of the information that I've given y'all over the last 2 seasons of teaching y'all and coaching y'all in volleyball, y'all sitting up here telling me that all that went out the window because of this damn Dorito diet? Are you for real? So let me get this straight. For every single meal, you guys have been having a shit ton of Doritos to what? To what? To grow your butt? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? When you say it like that, it sounds ridiculous. First of all, y'all are probably dehydrated because I know y'all not drinking enough water and all of that is sodium. She was like, second of all, there's so much saturated fat in Doritos that you're eating for every fucking meal. It's not meant for that. She was like, and thirdly, you cannot spot treat your body to gain or lose weight at any particular point in your body, just that area. Like, that's not possible. If y'all want a bigger butt and bigger thighs, tell me and I'll give you the exercises necessary to do that. She was like, but this is very unhealthy. Y'all need to stop it right now. So she starts giving them a lecture and I'm right there and I'm like, oh fuck. And Alicia keeps looking over at me and I'm like, oh shit, like they're in so much trouble. She was so mad. This is why y'all feel the way that y'all feel. Y'all knew that we had this big ass game. This is our direct rival. How could y'all do this? How could y'all not prepare? How could y'all try this stupid diet right before our game? Like, what are y'all thinking? So she's like reaming into them and I'm like, oh shit. After that, when they went into the locker room, I didn't go in there because like I didn't go in whenever they had games. I only went in when they had practices. Coach was so fucking loud. She was yelling at them and she was like, y'all better not ever do that again. That is so unsafe. That is so unhealthy. You guys are gonna ruin your metabolism, this, that, and the third. Stop listening to this stupid shit. Are you guys serious? Y'all are dehydrated because you want to eat all of this fucking fatty, salty, sodium-filled, disgusting shit. And she's like shitting all over Doritos. And you know, she was being honest now that I look back. And she was like, y'all get out of my face. I will see you next week. Da da da. So all of the girls walked out and you could tell that they had just gotten yelled at. And here comes Alicia and I was like, you all good? And she was like, yeah. She was like, but I do feel sick. And she felt like her stomach hurt really bad. So we waited for her dad to get there. We went back over to her place. And she did not feel good for like 2 straight days after that, right? You would think that with this experience that the girls would stop, but they didn't. They did not stop. And because some girls were seeing some results, like they were like, oh my God, like I swear on everything, my ass is getting bigger, my thighs are getting thicker. Like, I don't care what she says, it's worth it because I'm getting the body that I want. Alicia was having those types of results. Like I definitely noticed that like her booty and her thighs were getting bigger, but she was also noticing that her midsection was getting a little thicker too. And that she was, you know, she was starting to have a little bit of stomach going on and she didn't like the way it made her feel. And like she was coming to school wearing like baggier hoodies and stuff because she was self-conscious. And I was like, what is going on with you? And so that's when the truth started coming out about this Doritos diet. If you eat it every day, all day for every meal, yes, it will make you gain weight. And sometimes that weight goes to the right places, but it's not just gonna go to those places, it's gonna go everywhere else too. And so she was like, girl, you know, I'm having like muffin top and like I'm starting to feel really uncomfortable. My clothes aren't fitting right. I don't like the way that I feel. Like I just feel sluggish and tired all the time. And like the only thing that I changed was the Dorito diet. Now keep in mind, at this same time, I was doing the same exact thing and I was noticing it as well. Like I did not feel as energetic. And I also noticed that I had gained weight, not just in my butt and my thighs, but in my midsection, in my arms. Like I was gaining weight everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I thought this was supposed to be a Dorito diet. Like I thought it was supposed to like keep me snatched, you know? Obviously we had to learn the hard way and that started happening to pretty much everybody. And word started getting around from like our friends and like I had different friends of mine that were like, girl, I'm not doing it no more because now like my jeans don't fit, now this and this, and like, you know, I can't even wear my bathing suit, I can't even do this and that. Like I gained so much weight and like it's just not going where I thought it was gonna go. I can't even believe that we fell for it. I can't even believe that that even made sense in our mind. But when you see all of your friends talking about it and doing it, you feel inclined to just kind of trust what they're saying. Sometimes you will go to extreme lengths to try to get this body type that you want or that you feel like is the perfect body type. But at the end of the day, this is not a healthy way to go about having a good lifestyle and being healthy and like treating your body right. And so we had to learn the hard way. Every single one of us definitely saw the downside of the Dorito diet. We all suffered from the downside of the Dorito diet, including Ariel. She came home and she was like, "Beach, I ain't doing it no more." Like, you know, my pants, it was the same thing. My pants aren't fitting. Like, I just don't feel good. I'm breaking out more often. And I was like, oh shit. So it was literally fucking everybody up. Like, you could not eat something like this every day, all day. And we really did that. Like, all of us were on the Dorito diet and we were putting our body through hell and back. Now every time I look at a bag of Doritos, I can't help but laugh. It was such a hot commodity in high school. Like, you could not find Doritos anywhere. Even like the corner stores that were right down the street from my school completely sold out of Doritos. Girls are, I'm telling you, and it got so big and it was so widespread and everybody was doing it and everybody was just going out of their way to eat Doritos, bring Doritos to school, buy out the corner stores and the vending machines of Doritos. I had never seen anything like this, and every single one of us regretted it. So I'm so sorry about it, girl. If you were coming here for like the Dorito diet and that it works, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. If you eat anything like this too much, yes, you're gonna gain weight. And you might see it at first like, ooh, my thighs are getting bigger, booty's getting bigger and all that, but it will come with a price. It will come with a price and you will feel like shit. You'll be dehydrated. You'll start breaking out. It's just not good for you. This is not a food group. This is not a food group, okay? So don't try to act like it is. So, you know, every now and then a little snackums is fine. But if you ever hear about some crazy fad diet that your friends are trying, definitely do your research and don't just put anything into your body because, girl, we all fell for it and we fell hard. A lot of my glamazons are really, really young. You guys are either in your teenagehood or early adulthood, and I'm telling you right now, even if you don't feel like your body is perfect, trust and believe me, you don't need something like this that's supposed to give you your dream body. Be very careful about what you put in your body because we only get one body in this lifetime and we're supposed to take care of it, and it has to last you through your 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and so on. So pay attention to what you're putting in your body and how much. Stuff like this is really great for like every now and then, you know, and that's what I'm learning now that I'm older and I've had my kids, and you know, my body reacts differently now to what I eat. But if there's any piece of advice that I can give you is please don't try these crazy like diets that you hear of that just obviously they're not going to be good for you. Just be very careful what you're putting your body through and really pay attention to this right here. That's my story for today about the Dorito diet. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Let me know down below if you guys have ever heard of some crazy fad diets that like your friends have been doing and like you found out that it wasn't really that great for you, or if anything like this has happened at your school, definitely let me know. This was one of very many things that like my friends were making up, like that was a miracle worker. It helped you burn more fat. It helped you gain weight. It helped you do this and do that. And it really isn't all that. Please don't forget to give this video a like just to let me know how you're feeling about story times, whether or not you guys want to see more of them. And if you're not subscribed, I would love to have you be a part of my glam fam. We have a lot of fun here. Follow me on my socials, especially my Instagram. I'm going to be hosting a lot more giveaways over there and I don't want you guys to miss out. Definitely want to have some giveaways for new subscribers over here on YouTube. So tell your friends, your family, your tia, your cousins, everybody to come join our glam fam and they could win some money every single month. I love you guys so, so much. You're beautiful just the way that you are. You are perfection. You are amazing. You're gorgeous. You matter. What you say matters. How you feel matters. And I'm so proud to have you be one of my glamazons. I will see your beautiful fine ass in my next video. Peace out, y'all.